Our connection to food is so important. We had this old fishing boat, you know, it was like made over to cabin cruiser, and we would get in the boat and go out Halifax Harbour about 8 miles to a little can called Never Fail. You would never fail to catch a fish. And we would catch a few codfish, and he would have a big pot and some milk and potatoes. And by the time we made it back to the Arndale Yacht Club, there was a heaping pot of chowder on the galley stove. And those are the things, those are the fond memories that I have of that. My name is Gary Edwards, and I'm here representing the Edwards Family Charitable Foundation. Well, my father's claim to fame and our family's claim to fame is that he was a pioneer in the Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise. You know, my father met the Colonel at a meeting in Toronto in 1961, I believe it was, and he became the Colonel's man in the Maritimes. He retired quite early. He bought a piece of land at Prospect, and then he became a gentleman farmer, and he built a thing. It's so reminiscent of this. When I brought my brother and sister here last fall, they were totally shaken by this because they got to see that this was something that our father would have been incredibly enthusiastic about. All of the success that my father and mother experienced was in this community, and so all his life he sought to pay back the community for the success that he had experienced. And my brother and brother-in-law wanted to kind of formalize this and create a foundation that would live on in my parents' name. And one of our chief interests is food security. So we're involved in 4 or 5 elements of that, and I consider that a spectrum from Hope Cottage all the way up to this, which is this integrated education model, which I'm totally jazzed about. So it's absolutely, it's exciting, but it's also nostalgic and reminiscent. Like the compost heap is exactly the compost heap that my dad kept, And anyway, to us it's a magical thing. But so's the kitchen, because I grew up in a restaurant. I walk into that kitchen and I think, I'm home. We've been here now a few years, and I suspect I will visit here every year until this current gift cycle is done, and then hopefully they'll make an application and we'll find another thing